Hey everyone, I'm Becky,
I'm Sarah.
and we're doing Bickering Book Reviews. Today we are talking about Pumpkin, which is the final book in Julie Murphy's Dumplin' series. We both got this off of NetGalley. Yes. This book is about Waylon, who is a self-proclaimed gay fat kid in Culver City, Texas. And Waylon has kind of never felt like he fit in. And he basically had been having a little bit of a romance with somebody who wasn't willing to come out of the closet for him, but was willing to come out of the closet for somebody else, which was very not great.
Yeah, no.
So in a moment of absolute just sorrow, Waylon makes a video where he tries drag to just try out for this drag show that he absolutely loves. Well, through a series of events that I actually thought were kind of mean, and I wouldn't have forgiven as quickly as he did. The video gets released to everybody, and everybody is making fun of him, and he gets nominated for prom queen. And if you read Dumplin', you might remember the character of Hannah. Well, Hannah is dating Waylon's sister Clem, and Hannah gets nominated for prom king. And so Waylon's kind of like, you know what? I'm done with you people. I'm winning this. And everybody gets paired up, like a prom king nominee gets paired up with a prom queen nominee. And so Waylon gets not paired up with Tucker, who to do these things to try to like win good how do I want to say it? To kind of just kind of promote themselves to try to win. And he had like this complicated history with Tucker where he always thought that Tucker didn't like him, but as they spend time together, the problem might be that Tucker likes him too much and he might like Tucker back. And so that's where it goes.
So as you're talking about the summary, what I'm thinking is there just wasn't enough
No.
overall is what it comes down to. I wanted more drag queens. I wanted more of Waylon and Tucker together. I wanted it felt very much like half baked. I needed more for Waylon.
So Julie Murphy's really good at creating characters. And so within 30 pages, I knew Waylon and I liked Waylon. And Waylon had these horrible things happen to him, and Waylon deserved someone to fall head over heels in love with him and have this huge romance. And he didn't get that because it's very quick. That romance aspect is really pushed through. And I think you kind of hit on this when we were talking about it before. She was really worried to show us what happened to Willow Dean and Bo and Ellen and Tim, which I wanted to know those things. I still would like to know more about Willow Dean and Bo. And I feel to do that, Waylon lost a little bit.
I agree, because usually when you get kind of those insights to those previous characters, it should usually be a sentence, and only the avid readers would notice that the author is talking about previous characters. But really, Waylon is following these previous characters and really invested in what's going on in their lives. And I think by being invested in somebody else's life, he loses out on his own.
Well, and he had just met them, and he's really invested, which didn't really work. And she could have written this book about Waylon and then thrown in a 20-page short story at the end about Willow Dean and Bo,
or about prom even. And then she could have talked about everybody.
Right. I mean, honestly, I would have paid for a short story about them.
Yeah. I mean, because what she talked about with the previous characters, I liked. I mean, right. I enjoyed it. It detracted from Waylon's story, unfortunately.
Well, and I did like Waylon, and I did like Tucker, and I liked Clem. Actually, I don't feel I know Clem enough to like Clem. But I did I didn't feel I got a whole book.
Right. I agree.
And I mean, because Waylon has that moment at prom, and he has these moments where he stands up for him. And I feel I should have felt when Willow Dean was in that pageant, and I didn't feel that, even though I liked Waylon. I just didn't feel I knew him enough to root for him at the level I needed to. And then it's not a bad book. It's a good book.
It's an enjoyable book. Like, I enjoyed it.
She is good at writing characters. She's good at writing settings. She's good at being realistic. She's good, like, Waylon is complicated and he's insecure and it's believable.
Right.
But
he needed more. He deserved more.
That was my thought. Like, Waylon deserved a great love story and he didn't get it. Yeah. Should we just rate it?
Yep, we should.
Our rating system starts at the top with 5 unicorns. We're going to 2 unicorns. If we don't like it, it's a horse.
I'm at 3 unicorns for this one too. I think that this one, it's a solid book. It was really interesting. I loved the characters. I just wished for more story for Waylon.
So I'm at a 3 as well. I liked Waylon. I would have liked a lot more with him and Tucker. I feel like for a book in a series to be more than a 3, it has to stand on its own, and this one doesn't.
Yeah, I agree.
So that is where we are on Pumpkin, and we'll see you around.
Bye.
Bye.